Hi, Milorad here. Today I'm going to show you how I made this lens cover, protective cover made from neoprene. And here you can see I have made the cover for my hood, and here I have neoprene cover for my Canon 100 to 400 telephoto lens. And these are kind of covers that I made from neoprene sleeves that you use to keep your beverage cold. And I found these two, they're kind of advertising something that I don't like, but now I will show you how to make your own. I will take this one out, and here I have this blue, it's called Koozie, and this is a neoprene insulator or holder or koozie as they call it, that you put your beer or any other beverages here, and it keeps it cold. And now I can use this to make my own cover for my lens. And you do that by, when you have it here, you just go and you need to cut this bottom. There's one piece, and then you cut and make it like a tube, and then you can just slide the tube onto your the tube onto your in this case onto my hood. In case that is too big like this one is, you can just cut a little bit more at the bottom. And also on this hood I have this button that you need to press when you're taking hood off. And for this button to be visible, you just need to cut a little piece on the side to accommodate the button. And these neoprene holders are really good, because as you can see, they do not fray. Once you cut them, they will still keep the shape and everything, and it looks pretty good. Okay, that was this one. And this also advertise NEC. If you don't like to show your advertisements, you just go and you turn it inside out, and then you have it. Okay, now on the lens I have this kind of, I don't know, strange looking cover that I will take off, and I will use this Dallas Mavericks, and it's advertising for Sports Clips haircut and Dallas Mavericks. And I just hope that Mark Cuban will see this and send me some money for free advertisements of his Dallas Mavericks. I cut the bottom, and now I just need to slide my lens into this. And there you have it. Now, why do I have these on my lenses? Because I live in Texas. All lenses are black color, and we have extreme heat almost all year around. And when you go to shoot, you kind of sweat a lot. And with this cover, it fits snugly onto my lens and protects the lens from the sweat from my hands. And also my grip is much better than if I don't have it. And it looks a little bit better. And functions really, really good. It keeps sweat off my lens. And depends of what kind of lens do you have. You may need to make 2 or 3 of these covers to be able to use the lens, like zooming in and out, and also focusing if you have a focus ring that is on your lens. And that is about how to make your lens cover from neoprene koozies or neoprene holders. Milorad is back. I look at those previous video when I was cutting this piece of neoprene holder. It was my dark shirt, dark neoprene holder, and you cannot actually see what I was doing. That's why I'm going to cut another one just to show how to make it for your lens. There, as you can see, you have this little bottom that when you put your drink cup here, this will hold you not to go through. And that's the part that you need to cut off. And we will do it right now. And you need to cut both sides. And then this is what you have. You have this tube or cylinder that you can slide on your lens. If you do not like this advertising that is on the lens, on the cover, you can just turn it inside out. And this one is really, really nicely made. These ridges are not protruded, they are kind of flat, and it will go nicely against your lens, but it will give you beautiful, beautiful grip. There, now you have it. This is a cover for your lens. You can just slide it on. When making this, you just need to be careful and to use these holders that will fit your lens. It is better to be snug than to be a little bit loose. Snug is better. You will have better grip, and it will protect your lens better. As I mentioned before, every lens is different. This Canon RF 100 to 400 lens has 3 rings. There's a zoom ring that you zoom in and out. There's a focus ring that you focus your lens. And then there is a ring specific for this lens, and it's called control ring, that you can assign different functions to. And then if you want to be really fancy and have all these 3 rings covered, you need to do a little bit more work. I was very lucky that this koozie was wide enough to cover my lens without cutting it in the middle. And because I don't use focus ring or control ring, I just use zoom in and out, zoom ring. This is just perfect for me. But now I will demonstrate for you if you need to make a little bit different size of your cover to cover your ring on the lens, then you need to do a little bit more work. And here what I have is a Canon 17 to 40 millimeter lens that has very narrow zoom ring, and there's also a little bit wider focus ring. And now I will demonstrate how to make cover, and we will concentrate on this zoom ring. To make a custom cover for the ring on your lens, you need to cut this can cooler, neoprene can cooler to the size. And when you do that, what happens is, because this can cooler is made from 2 pieces, and those 2 pieces are stitched together on 2 sides, and then when you cut it, one of these sides became a little bit loose because you cut those stitches. And then you need to kind of reinforce those stitches by yourself. And I will demonstrate right now how to do that. And first thing what you need to do is you need to kind of measure how wide your ring is, and then you need to cut. Okay, this is approximately here, and I will cut my koozie, and this is what you get. Now I will turn it inside out, and I'm not sure if it's possible to see, but this is kind of loose, still holding, but because I cut that stitching, I need to reinforce that stitching. And to do that, you need needle and thread. I borrowed that from my mother-in-law. And you need to go, oh, okay, now you can see that this thread is kind of breaking, and you need to reinforce it. And I will do this right now by hand. And I'm using this white thread. I will probably use black because this is also black, but just to show what you need to do, I'm using white. Hopefully it will show a little bit better against black. And you need a little bit of skills, but I was fortunate to go to school way back when we actually learned hand stitching. It's unbelievable what we used to have in school. There it is. I have this one ready. I will just put a couple more knots just to secure this stitching. Just one more. Then you cut the end. There it is. Doesn't look really nice, but this is also will be inside and is not be visible to the other side. Now I need to go and do the same with other side. And that's it. Now I will just cut end of the thread. Trim this original. And then I just need to slide it on my lens. There it is. Fits perfectly to my zoom ring, and it's beautiful grip when you're using this neoprene cover. You have better grip, and also protects your lens from the sweat on your hands. And it looks good, actually. It looks good. And this white stitching that you can see, I will just use black marker and just cover them. And the next time I will probably use black thread, and it's not going to be visible. You have it. I made this cover, lens cover, covering this zoom ring on 17 to 40 millimeter lens, and it's custom made on the size. And I will go and make another one for focus ring, and then I have complete covers for my lens with 2 rings. And as I mentioned before, this particular lens, RF 100 to 400, has 3 rings, and I'm not going to make 3 covers because I'm using only 1 ring, and this cover is wide enough that I can actually feel good when I put it on camera. My hand holding the lens is completely on the cover, and there's no sweat or dirt or anything that will go on the lens from my hand. And that's it for today. That's how I make lens covers from neoprene can coolers or koozies. Thank you very much for watching. Milorad out.